Hello, I'm EnterElysium. Welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program, where we are going to go to space. Yes, today we're going to go and we're going to head in search of titanium. Now, one thing I've done between episodes is I doubled the number of fractionators we're running, which apparently is totally fine. Our power supply, for some reason, can manage this. Probably because a lot of our stuff is just off at the moment. I mean, that's my guess. We're actually getting a good flow of graphite because I've massively increased graphite production over here to try and make sure that our red cube production is working, which it is quite nicely. In fact, let's make sure we're stacking a few more of those. Beautiful. Right, now this area here is for dumping our stuff because we're going to go to space and we're going to want to bring back titanium, which means we're going to need to have an empty inventory. We need some stuff with us. We're going to be able to set up a titanium farm. So we're just going to dump pretty much everything that's non-essential. We won't actually want some more foundations, but other than that, we'll dump our sorter Mark 3s. We probably won't need those. We'll dump some of our extra sorters. We'll dump our tanks. We'll dump the wind farms. There's a reason for that. We'll keep the generators. We'll keep the mines. We'll keep the smelters. We'll keep the graphite because we'll need that. And worst case scenario, we leave some at the other end for refueling. We might need more foundations. So our aim for today is to get over to EnterElysium 1, which unfortunately is pretty far away and getting further away by the minute. But it has a quite large construction area. Solar energy is good, although we haven't actually researched that. Wind energy is terrible. It does have some coal, so we're probably going to be mining that coal just to get power, which sucks, but it is what it is. And Tesla Towers with 82. Okay. Right. Well, is there anything else? We've probably got enough foundations to be getting on with, although maybe one more stack. Worst case scenario, we just leave them over there. Where's our foundations? Over here. Do. And push. Right. Okay, 2 full stacks. So half our inventory is full. If we leave anything, that's fine. We have our 5 hydrogen fuels that we've had since the start of the game. They require titanium to make. They're basically our in need of emergency fuel supply. Ideally, once we have titanium reliably coming in, we won't need to hang on to those because we'll just make more. But for now, we'll accept that. Hello, giant fuel supply. We should really improve on you at some point. Anyway. Oh yeah, this is all just giant fuel area. I forgot that. Let's, I think, go to space. I'm a bit nervous because you genuinely can just get lost in space if you overshoot. Do we want to get rid of our storage Mark 2s? You know what? Let's get rid of our storage Mark 1s. We'll keep the storage Mark 2s. In fact, we can stack more, maybe? Yeah, let's quickly grab more of you. Because we're planning on leaving them at the other end anyway. There we go. We've got 5. We're ready to go to space. We probably have more than we need of graphite, but again, I'm just going to leave that over the other end. We should be able to produce graphite over there with the coal. So, space it is. Off we go. Okay, where's our target?
Control the mecha, go to different planets or planetary systems by following the arrows in the space navigation. Hold down the shift key to accelerate, back arrow key to slow down. You can also use the Q/R keys to hold down the right mouse button, dragging to sideward flight.
Right, we're accelerate towards it. It's actually not that far away. Let's have a look at the system map. Yeah, it's not as far as I thought it was. Okay. We're currently on target. By the way, those of you who don't know, apparently not that many people seem to have clocked it because it isn't taught to you in the tutorial, but you can hold shift to boost. Otherwise, it's a very long journey. So we're just going to make sure we're aiming using the reticule at the bottom there. If we miss and we run out of fuel, we're doomed. We have plenty of fuel though. Right. Make sure our reticule's on target. Here we go. Remember, lava planet. So let's just be very careful with our landing. Nice and gentle. 0.3 AU. New planet. And impact. Boom. Well, we survived that. Look, it's a silicon vein. Look, it's lava. Ah, this is so cool. Iron, copper. That's all pretty normal. Stone, coal. Oh, wow. This is really densely packed. Titanium, titanium, titanium. Okay, so our goal here is to get a huge titanium setup going. We've actually landed near one of the better titanium spots. Yeah, okay then. I'm actually lost where we are. Where are we? Okay, here. I should put a little marker. This is a good titanium spot. It is going to be kind of tough to set up a processing area. Maybe set the processing area here or like something. It's so densely packed. And then we'll use this coal. It's only 7. But we'll use that to set up power. Now, how much did that cost us? Oh, we were running on hydrogen. That explains it. There we go. Fill up full of graphite. This is so cool. Okay. All right. We probably don't need much power, so I'm looking just for a full normal belt. So we're looking to cover 12 nodes for 6. Well, we get 10%, so like 11 nodes. That's 6. We can cover another 6, then that'll be good enough. Well, that's 6 and 6. So yes, that will do. Power. We're going to turn this into graphite, which is why I brought a whole load of smelteries. Obviously, if we're getting a full belt of coal in, that means 6. So we'll give it a little gap in case we want to pull off more. In fact, how much power does graphite make? 6 megajoules. Yeah, that should be enough to run the titanium I have in mind. Okay. Well, we'll give it a bit of space so that we can expand this later if we want. 1. Please make graphite. 2, 3, and then we'll 1, 2, 3. So many rocks on the ground here. And then down, and then in. And then there we go. Now, obviously, this is going to be like, hey, we need power to get going. Which, slight downer. It needs power to get going, and obviously we don't really have power right now. But that's, again, easily sorted. We're going to go here with our power setup. And I have something in mind for this power setup. So let's actually grab these first. So give it a bit of space. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go 5 wide because I think this is my calculation for how much a belt of graphite can do. According to my calculations, a full Mark 1 belt of graphite can do 15 of these. I tried 18, but it wasn't quite enough. And then we'll just bring the belt around here. Up you go. Come on, I want to get to the titanium, but I gotta set up to begin with. There we go. And also it's complaining about power, but that's easy enough. We brought graphite for a reason. We can get this jump started with our own power source. Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 1. Okay. Right. That should be self-fulfilling once we get this going. And obviously to get it going, we're going to need to put in sorters, so get them going in like that. The reason I've gone in from the top rather than the bottom is I want to set up a second row later on. We can do that. Like we've got the expansion. Okay, and then all we have to do is feed it some graphite. That'll create power, which will start the mining process. And as soon as we have a few actually smelted, we should be fine. There we go. And that should bring the entire power system online. Currently, we're generating like, 6.48 megawatts. I think we only need like 9 megawatts or something. Let's have a look. How many megawatts is a smelter? A third of a megawatt, and we want 24 of them. So yeah, about 9 megawatts. We'll want a fair few miners though, so we're only looking at a few of these generators. This is actually overkill, but we might want to expand later on, so whatever. Okay, titanium. I'm looking to process a lot of titanium here because we'll want it later, at minimum. And right now, we're going to want to transfer a lot ourselves. So this is nice. 23 titanium. Now, with our 10% bonus, we only want to cover 44 nodes. Yes, that's a lot. I know. The reason I brought a lot of miners. So I'm not even going to count right now. I'm just going to try and get good numbers, and then we'll deal with the actual logistics in a minute. Yeah, that's not a good number. Okay, and then over here as well. Over there. All right, how are we doing? That's 8, 9, so that's 17, 25, 34, 42. Really, is it 42? And I was aiming for 44. 8, 9, so 17, 26, 34. Yes, we need 2 more. Well, a little bit more doesn't exactly hurt. We can always just upgrade the belt later on and get Mark 3 belts. What's the best place to get a little bit more? There we go. That's 5. Yep, that's plenty. Okay, so this is going to be a huge array of 24 smelters. Each of these is going to make 2 full Mark II belts feeding into these smelters. So actually setting up this array is going to be kind of tough. Obviously there's room down there, a bit further away. Room here. So normally I do 12 smelters side by side. What we could do is we could go 6 by 4. We could go for like that kind of weird array. So titanium smelts at 2 2 seconds to 1 titanium. So we do need to be pulling that ore relatively frequently. So where are we going to put this? There's room here. Honestly, there's also titanium thing here that we could have used. But whatever. Sure, let's go down to here or something. We'll also need to figure out a way to balance these belts. What's the best way to balance the belts? So each belt can take a total of 12. So 24 nodes. So that would be 17. That would be 17. Effectively, it's this one that gets split between the two. Or, like, the other way around. These two, these three. And then this one split. Yes, let's do that. Okay, so the way to do this is going to be... Boop. 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 You've got to say boop as you do it. And I'm just going to use Mark II belts because I can't be bothered not got loads of them. You to there. There we go. And then like that. Like that. And that's our 2 Mark II belts. And we'll also, while we're here, put in like a couple of power poles. It should power everything. There we go. Can do it 1. Right. What do I want to be doing this again? Like we could do like a weird vertical array, but vertical arrays can get cocked up. I think our best bet is to come down here. So strictly. I didn't expect to be running the belts this far, so we might have some belt issues. If that is the case, I guess we can just fly back. The other choice is that we could try and fill in the ground, but it looks like some really big depressions there. Let's look. Can we actually fill in the ground? Yep, it's costing us quite a lot of dirt, but we can do it. Oh, we've got so little dirt left. Yep, there we go. That gives us soil. So these little rocks do give us soil. That's a bit more soil for us, and... Right, that's going to save us a lot. Okay. We can... deconstruct you now. Ah, chain dismantle. I love the fact they added chain. Makes it so much easier. Okay, so this titanium ore is going to get pumped into, I think, 2 rows of 12 because we can manage it. Oh, did you not manage to get power? That sucks. There you go. So we'll start down here. You are titanium. We'll leave a gap. Okay, let's get going. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, okay, great. And then Mark II belt through the center. And then there. Yeah, we only got 180 belt left. We might not have made it down there. That pleases me. Okay, come on. Place your engines. Right. Feeder. Feeder. Get ourselves a bunch of titanium. Because this is titanium. And there's something about being bulletproof. There we go. And we should be able to supply power to all of this. And every 2 seconds it'll output a bar. Which means we can use normal sorters. It's a shame we couldn't use any fancy power techniques. You know, maybe we should start researching some of those while we're over here. Crystal smelting. That gives us crystal silicon. Yeah, let's learn about crystal smelting, solar collection, and then energy store. And that way we can actually do energy from solar panels into batteries, because obviously at nighttime you need them. Right, and then we'll run power over here. Bam, and that gets everything. And then let's actually just go grab the power. And I'm going to use this, because this will allow us to actually recharge when we land here in future as well. And that'll be dead helpful. Right. We're going to have this all get stored for now. So we're going to put a giant box down here. Give it a little bit of space. 1, 2. Do you want to use more than that? 3. Sure. And then there we go. I don't know if that can actually keep up, so no, it won't be able to. It needs one more and to get rid of the backlog. We'll add a little bit more. There we go. There's our crystal smelting. And running full pelt with what appears to be 2 full lines. They're not quite perfectly full. Oh, wow. That was quick. Solar panels. Thank you very much. Now, how many do we have left in terms of smelters? 45. And we could set up silicon vein mining. Because that is an easy way to get silicon, whereas right now we've got something set up doing it from stone, which, is so much more complicated and messy. Hell, in fact, there is like silicon crystal silicon or whatever, that requires smelting it from silicon. It's a bit like steel in that, like, you just go straight from silicon to it in a just a slow process. It might be worth it. Yeah, I'm thinking we set a little thing of that up. That way we can bring back some of those. Although that's not as necessary, but since we're here, we can set it up, and we do actually have the stuff on us. And if we use that stuff, we don't have to haul it home. Might as well leave it here doing something useful. There is a 14 there, 6 here. If we make crystals directly and we want to make a normal belt. Oh, I need to get rid of the old recipe for there we go. We would need one full belt of Mark II crystal stuff getting done from 22 nodes. I've got 6 here, so we'd have to cover that quite a lot. Oh, while that does its thing, let's go this way and use you, because there's a big flat area next to it as well. And also we unlocked a solar panel, which is lovely, except for the fact that that's just really, really annoying because we had only batteries, so it would only provide power for a short period of time. Let's look at you. Orbital period, blah, 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 blah. Is there, like... Here we go. Orbital resonance with Gobi. No. Okay. Yeah, the rotational period and the orbital period are different. Yeah. Okay, there's that energy storage. Do we get a free energy storage? No? That's a shame. Okay. Right, we need 22 nodes covered. So let's get on with that. I get more than 7? Probably not. Okay. Well, let's get 7. That's another 7. Okay, this one needs to be 8. I think we can do it. Yes! And then we just feed that into an array of 12 smelters, which goes to another array of 12 smelters, which makes crystals. Okay. Easiest way to do it is probably here. So you just make that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then, honestly, we'll just copy you up. Oh, no, that's too close. It'll complain about object being too close. I have to give it a little bit of space. Change that. For crystal. By the way, diamonds, you just make them from graphite. Really easy. You can actually mine them with like a rare mineral, but you can easily make them from graphite. So it's a bit like, why would you bother? Okay. And this is a fancy belt. Go. And then we don't need to belt between these. Those can just be handed directly. But we will need to belt at the end. And this is just a normal belt, so it'll save us on our fancier belts. However, we are going to start having issues with sorters because we're using a lot of them. I hope we don't have an issue with power poles either. I didn't necessarily plan for a second array here. We use our normal ones here. This one needs to do one trip every 2 seconds, so we can use the slow ones. That's right. Once every 2 seconds. Yes, that's fine. And then... the silicon crystal thing is really just a bonus, so if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It looks like we have plenty of power poles, so... okay, and then... there we go. That should connect us up. Here we go. Full belt. Done. And then we'll just have it piped into storage chest. Storage chest there. And we'll use our cheap belts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And that can do its thing. Power is holding. We overspec the power, so it's doing its job. Great. Now, one thing I'd like to do is I'd like to make it so that we can easily just refuel here if we need to. So that means a bypass circuit, or at least that's what that kind of means for me. It's not too hard to make a bypass circuit, in all honesty. And we do have a little bit of backing up on the coal. So what we can do is add an extra couple of smelters. And then we'll put in a bypass system. M. And one fun thing that we can do is actually, if we go upgrade, and we upgrade that length to Mark II, that can take, like, this just a little bit faster than this might actually be able to merge. It's possible. No, actually, that's... no. Even if these belts are full, that won't happen. Oh, well. Why aren't you full? Oh, because we kind of screwed this up by some miracle. This is only meant to be a single belt. Oh, well. Whatever. I think I may have spec'd this a little bit wrong or something. You provide a single belt of this. That should work for 6. These other 2 at the end not doing anything is fine. Okay. Well, we can have a bypass. What will happen is when these chests get full, the power won't be needed as much. So the bypass will be fine. And then we'll add you there. Can we get you to go up a level? No. Need to have a little bit more space. Come on. Yeah. Go up. There we go. There we go. And then 1, 2, 1, 2. And then these are the priorities. So any overflow will come out, and if we aren't getting a full beam out, we'll stop feeding in. So in theory, nothing's going to happen this right now, but it does mean that if we have issues... Hey, so satisfaction's massively dropped. I guess this is not meant to be a single line of fuel. Maybe I meant this to be more. Well, that's easy enough to upgrade. The question is whether we have the track for that, because I don't know if we do. Ugh. Okay, let's just give you more power in. Okay. Okay. Now, this will need to get upgraded. Okay, and then we're going to manually pump the system full of graphite just to get it going. What we could also do is we could cut the power lines to other places if we need to. That might just be enough. Okay, and then we'll need to double this. So this needs to go boop, 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 boop. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of working against the clock here, because if we don't get this running fast enough, we'll have to prime it again. And I only have so much graphite on me. Okay. Now that should make a full belt. And yeah, you can see we're actually getting full flow through now. Yep, generator's starting to get fed. Okay, that should be self-satisfying. Although the power load is still a bit iffy, that's because we're waiting for graphite to get these last ones. I am just going to make sure it keeps running by manually feeding it a little bit. Because if the power drops, then we have issues. Because then we mine slower. And if we mine slower, you guessed what happens. Okay, we don't have enough fuel to get back. Well, I guess we've got the hydrogen fuel cells. Okay, now we're getting a good bit of graphite buildup, which means that this is working fine. This is actually not pumping up fast enough. You know what? Sod it. Upgrade all of that. Oh! Apparently upgrade in place broke that. Interesting. Right. How are we doing now for power? Good. Don't add anything more to that. It will just break it. You're doing well. I think what we'll do is we'll take 1 stack of silicon crystals back, but our main goal here is titanium because we actually need that for the next level of research. So after the titanium we go. Yoink. Okay, we have enough fuel to get back. We have the hydrogen fuel cells if we need them. Right, where is our destination? Oh, really? The other side of the sun? Well, guess we're taking off towards the sun then. Hello! Give us a proper boost. Right. We're getting dangerously close to the sun. Hey there, sun. Bye-bye. I think we're okay. That's actually in front of the gas giant, so we should be fine for this. To make sure we get the landing. Bear in mind that like course corrections obviously cost power, so don't keep accelerating, because if we keep accelerating, we won't have any power to actually hit the target. And I don't want to hit the gas giant because I don't know what will happen. Probably nothing good. Okay. I think they've actually decreased the amount of power that's needed for course adjustments, just so that people don't get stuck so easily. Bam! Whoa! Whoa! I think we bounced. Okay. Well, luckily... There we go. Oh, really didn't use much fuel at all that time. Okay. Well, we're back! On completely the wrong side of the planet. I would fly. No, we've got some fuel. And now we fall out of the sky. There we go. Well, luckily we have a charging pylon right next to us, so hi there. I would like all the fuel. Give me the power. Very quiet over here. Nothing's running. Photon frequency conversion. High-speed assemblers. You know what? Let's get things running. Let's get high-speed assemblers unlocked. And, ooh, thruster. That's for logistics. That's something we haven't touched on yet. We probably need yellow to make that really worthwhile. Because although it doesn't need yellow for the planetary logistics system, which allows you to move stuff around the planet, we want this, which is interstellar, which also means interplanetary. This is more like intraplanetary. This is interplanetary and interstellar. This allows us to move titanium from that planet back without us having to do it manually. Okay, we're full of power again. Let's have a little jaunt. All right, this is where we left all of our stuff. Hey there. I've got titanium for you. Arrgh. Also, silicon crystal. Why not? And this is all of our stuff. Lovely. So, I think the next step is to do something with that titanium, and I think producing yellow cubes is the next logical step. So, yellow cubes are... Where are they? Yellow cube. Here we go. So, polymer chemical engineering, which allows us to make organic crystal. High strength crystal. Structural matrix. And these need diamonds and high strength crystal. High strength crystal are made from organic crystals and titanium. And diamonds obviously are made from graphite. I mean, you can find them from a rare ore, but honestly, you can just make them from graphite, so whatever. Okay, well, I think that's probably the job for next time. Making the next tier of research. And then we will have the yellow cubes. I think we're going to need this sulfur for it. Which is why we have sulfur. Also, I do like the sound of the sulfur. It's very gluggy. I appreciate that. That's what you want in sulfur, really. Oh, hello. I see a hill. That's good dirt right there. Give me your dirt. Gonna run out of that. There we go. But we got good dirt. Well, for now, I think this is a good place to end it. One question I do have, though, is what the hell is that other planet for? Like, what does it have? It has a lot of silicon. Okay, that's fine. It has a lot of construction area. But beyond that? Eh. Ooh, wow. Really inclined orbits there. Either way, for now, I've been EnterElysium. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you have, do all the things like subscribe, comment down below. Also, feel free to check out the Discord. But I'll catch you next time when we're going to do something with yellow cubes. Stay shiny.